Okay, so closing our eyes. Taking a few deep breaths. Slowly, each breath, noticing the nourishment that's coming to us through our breath. And then allowing the breath to go to its normal pace. And observing the here and now of the breath by paying attention to the nostrils or by placing our palm on the heart area, experiencing the touch and experiencing the slight rising and falling of the chest. And bringing us here and now. This is how my body is receiving the breath at the moment. And gradually allowing ourselves to relax, gradually opening our mind with curiosity, and going to the mind, allowing the attention to go to the mind. In this case, our feelings and thoughts. So, first, the feelings. What's the state of the mind at the moment? If we look at our mind, what is going on there right now? What are the feeling tone, identifying the specific feelings that we are able to notice? Worry, anxiety, anger, or is it excitement, happiness, relaxed, calm? If the mind is wandering around, bringing it back to noticing the feeling state, the feeling tone of the mind at the moment. And then what are the thoughts that are accompanying these feelings? Is the mind crowded? Is it overwhelmed and a lot of thoughts are coming? Or just random here and there? Noticing the thoughts. Again, if the mind is wandering around, bringing it back to noticing the thoughts, the sentences that are coming, arising in our mind. Notice if it is pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Whatever the feelings and thoughts that are coming to our mind, is the final tone, is it pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral? Noticing that. And notice if it is staying exactly the same in its intensity, or the pleasantness and unpleasantness is going back and forth between neutral, maybe something that is unpleasant, and if we keep watching it, it may change its intensity. It may become neutral, just watching whatever is unfolding in the mind. If the mind is wandering around, bringing it back to noticing the pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, like the clouds in the sky. They come, sometimes they stay, sometimes they are slightly moving, sometimes they change their color, sometimes they change their shape. So, just for these few moments, watching what's going on in the mind, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, everything. What are you noticing? Is anything interrupting the flow of the feelings and thoughts? If it is unpleasant, is it okay to let it be? Is it possible to bear it, knowing that it may take you somewhere? It may take you to a deeper understanding. Maybe yes, maybe no. But opening up to that possibility, especially if it is something unpleasant, and now holding that with loving awareness. which makes it possible to bear even the unpleasant, extremely unpleasant, or extremely anxious if it is there. The loving awareness makes it possible to bear it, because the awareness has a tone of affection and love and empathy for whatever is coming in our mind. And if it is something pleasant, then loving awareness adds to the enjoyment. Allowing the loving awareness to observe whatever the state of the mind is, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. Feelings and thoughts may be bubbling up. What if we just allow it to be there? If they're bubbling up, if it feels like hot liquid burning, it's okay. We can use loving awareness to observe it. Maybe it feels like a breeze. Maybe there is a lot of space, open space in the mind. A lot of different perspectives are possible. If the mind is wandering around, maybe notice where was the mind going? Was it going to the things that you need to do after this or something that happened in the past? Noticing that and bringing the attention back to noticing here and now. Maybe your reality of here and now is to make to-do list. Then noticing that. Maybe there is a sense of urgency. Noticing the sense of urgency. So loving awareness makes us feel more relaxed. It makes us feel more restful when we are observing. I'm saying the drama that goes on in our mind. And whatever is happening there, it's okay. That's what the loving awareness is telling us. Open up your heart, opening our heart and watching the drama with that. What is coming, what is arising there? As we are watching the feelings and thoughts, is there anything else that's arising? We're not actively analyzing any feelings or thoughts. We are not actively contemplating. We are simply observing. And if the mind gets obsessive about a thought, then observe that it's getting obsessive. Observe the obsessive analysis and thinking to see, is it pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral? Looks like my mind right now is busy wanting to analysis, wanting to know why it happened. Knowing that if we allowed our mind to rest, it will come up with some insight by working in the background. The active analysis may not be necessary. So it's just observing the state of the mind, observing the feelings, the thoughts. Are there any images that are coming in front of the mind's eyes? Again, reminding ourselves to watch it with loving awareness. And for a few more minutes, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, allowing ourselves to watch the drama, watch the thoughts and the feelings, watch the images, observe it, and see where it all goes. Let's see where your mind ends up. Noticing the pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral. That is the anchor. When the drama or whatever is going on, if the mind wanders around, bringing it back to noticing pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. And then watching if the intensity is the same or if it keeps changing. Watching if the thoughts keep changing. And opening up to see if any new perspective arises, gets dropped in your lap, in your mind's lap. I'm going to let you just be observing of this for next 5 minutes. Hmm. Is the mind on the mind? State of the mind? Is that where the attention is? Or is it wandering around? And if it is wandering around, bringing it back, and this time bringing it back to the breath. And with loving awareness of the breath that's keeping us alive, allowing us to experience the world, all the pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, everything that is coming to us, it's all okay, it's all life. Taking a few deep breaths. Hmm. And noticing the nourishment that's coming to us, and getting ready to leave this meditation. Opening our eyes slowly at first and then all the way.